At a four-way stop, it's important to let your car come down to a full settle and to scan all four corners of the intersection so that you can really understand who has to stop and who gets to go. Hey, it's Jacqueline, and for the next few minutes, we're going to think about perfecting our approach, our stop, and our continuation at intersections. Clearing intersections is one of the most important strategies that you'll use to navigate safely through your own neighborhood and wherever you go. But once you get outside of your own neighborhood, you might find yourself in some unfamiliar intersections. So it's important to remember some basic rules. At a four-way stop, everyone stops, scans, and then takes turns going. And the first person in is the first person out. It's really common for cars traveling in opposite directions that are parallel to take their turns together, even if the opposite person didn't arrive second. If multiple cars arrive at the same time, then the car going straight defers to the car on the right. And when you stop at an intersection, before you start going, it's important to let your car come down to a full settle and to scan all four corners of the intersection. And when you're scanning, you're looking for pedestrians, bicycles, and other cars, and making sure that it's safe to go. It's important to notice that when you arrive at an intersection, you'll need to count the stop signs so that you can really understand who has to stop and who gets to go. When we're at a four-way stop, it's really easy to see the stop pole and the back of the stop signs. There are other times where we might be on a main road and we have right-of-way, and cars from the left and right have stop signs. So it's really helpful to just notice the left and right corners, looking for stop signs, so you know that it's safe for you to be the one that gets to keep going. And as we approach the stop, we apply pressure to do a smooth stop, check all four corners, and then continue forward with a smooth acceleration back up toward the speed limit of 25. And the speed limit of 25 in a residential area gives drivers time to react safely to unexpected hazards. So it's just a really good idea to get used to this gentle speed. But as we're approaching this larger intersection controlled by a traffic light, it makes sense that the speed is going to increase. So we'll be on the lookout for a speed limit sign. Anticipating the left turn, I make a left lane change into the left turn lane. And I can see from the traffic light that I should get a protected left turn arrow when the light turns green. When I make a left onto this next road, I'm going to be aware of the bicyclist in this right lane. The sign ahead shows that the lane to the right can either go straight or turn left, and I'm not sure where they're going, so I'm just going to make sure when I make my left turn that I stay in the left lane and land safely. I don't want to accidentally take up any space allotted for the bicycle. And this is a pretty big, wide intersection, much larger than intersections that I'm used to at home. But I feel really comfortable using the same white stripes just beyond the white car ahead of me. Those white stripes show me how far out to go before I start making my turn. And that helps me know how to land in this left lane. Running a driving school isn't easy. Between high operating costs, managing student requests, and delivering top-notch instruction, it's a lot. Zutobi Instructor helps smooth out your day-to-day operations with features like automated scheduling and online payments. You'll also get our best in the nation in-class and online curriculum with engaging videos, immersive driving simulations, and more. Driving schools all over the country are already making the switch and loving the results. It's super simple to get started. Visit Zutobi.com to book a demo or click the link in the description. And since I'm thinking about anticipating my approach to intersections, I'm also thinking about having a safe speed. I don't want to arrive at an intersection too fast, because then I put other folks in danger who might be using the intersection. And that speed limit 30 to the right with the white flashing lights was a reminder that there's a reduction in the speed limit because we're in more of a residential area. And that's an even more important reason to slow down and keep everybody safe. And I can see from all the cars behind me that 30 miles an hour is a nice match for the environment. It seems like that's the pace that most folks are going, so I feel like I fit right in. And as I'm clearing each intersection, I'm noticing that the right and left sides have stop signs. So I'm anticipating that I've got a clear shot unless there's a pedestrian waiting to cross. I'm going to keep my eye out for pedestrians. And as I approach, I'm going to pivot to the brake, apply a nice smooth pressure. But then because the light turned green, I just got to pivot back. And I'd really like to take this opportunity to emphasize how proper foot placement really serves pivoting and slowing when necessary. Thanks again for checking in to do this important work on clearing intersections. I hope you feel more prepared to approach safely, evaluating hazards, and anticipating any changes. I hope you've thought a little bit more about how to come to a smooth, safe stop. And I hope you feel comfortable beginning again and approaching a safe speed without speeding. Approaching and clearing intersections is going to be an important part of your driving, and you're going to be great at it. Just take your time and get some good practice. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks.